Hey guys, welcome to a segment I like to call Aesthetic Analysis, where we discuss why we deem certain things aesthetic. In this episode, we go over the use of Greco-Roman statues in Vaporwave art. We all know they are aesthetic, but why? If Vaporwave is a simultaneous criticism and celebration of consumerism, then what do statues have to do with that? Let's take a look at the origin of this phenomenon. You may have heard of a little album called Floral Shop by Macintosh Plus, aka Vectroid. If you've not heard this album, go listen to it right now as it's a staple of all Vaporwave. Anyways, the album consisted of a black and pink checkerboard pattern, a cityscape, but most importantly, a bust of the Helios statue. With the viral influence of this album, many artists drew inspiration from its cover art. But that doesn't quite explain why statues stuck around. If it was only from inspiration from that album, surely with more Vaporwave coming out, there would be less prevalence of that statue art, wouldn't there? There must be a deeper meaning to these statues. Let's investigate. An interesting take I saw on the internet was that the statues draw a parallel between the fall of the Roman Empire and the fall or eventual fall of capitalism. This is kind of interesting, but I don't quite agree with it since half of Vaporwave is admiring capitalism, and it kind of hasn't fallen in Vaporwave, it kind of just exists. And then the other half of Vaporwave kind of predicts a dystopian future where consumerism takes over people's lives or something like that, however you want to interpret that. So it doesn't quite fit. I then stumbled across a couple more believable reasons by a user called The Editor on Reddit. The first reason is that Greco-Roman statues are considered high art by many people, so that when Vaporwave artists put these statues in their work, that it automatically makes them high art by association. Something like that. While this reason is possible, it doesn't seem quite right to me. The reasoning seems a bit too shallow to justify such widespread use of statues in Vaporwave art. The other reason the user stated was that there could be parallels in nostalgia. When we think of things that are nostalgic, we typically think of things that are the best part of a culture or civilization. For the Romans, their art was unparalleled to anything else. The detail in the statues was near lifelike, if not perfectly lifelike. And then many people from today think that the best part about American culture was from the 80s to 90s, where the technology was booming and people could shop and not have any care in the world. This would mean nostalgic things to them would be shopping malls, Nintendo 64s, and other things like old home computers. This is my favorite theory because I like the Vaporwave art that is most nostalgic to me, aka the pieces of art with old Nintendos and things, because that's the stuff I grew up on as well. It's clear that the reason for the prevalence of statues in Vaporwave art is not set in stone. It's set in marble. Just kidding. Anyways, I'd like to know your take on the matter. Why do you think statues are so prevalent in Vaporwave art? Leave it in the comments below. If you liked the video, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more Vaporwave content. Thank you guys again. Stay tuned for more.